I am someone that, Gus, I really can't. I'm gonna need you to just like, okay. And that's how you get a catty comb. Alright. Oh yeah, gotta hit the jewel first here. I hate myself sometimes. Quit smoking cigarettes, and this is what I turned to after quitting for a month. So basically I didn't quit because these little devils exist, but yeah, these things are clearly marketed for kids, not kids, but people in high school or young adults, and I think that's annoying and frustrating because people were already smoking cigarettes. It was already going down. Hello, Angus. I got a cat. Hi. Anyway, so what I actually want to talk to you about, I don't even think I introduced myself. I'm bad at this whole YouTube thing. So what's up, guys? I'm Cece. Welcome back. If you didn't see my intro video, you should go watch it because it kind of explains what I'm going to do with this channel and who I am, and I'm sitting very comfortably for YouTube now. Alright. Anyway, so I want to talk to you guys about something that I saw today, and I kind of just sparked something, and I've been having a lot of these moments in the past, like however long it's been since I put up that first video, kind of just moments where I've wanted to make videos and talk about something and then I don't do it, and a lot of that is due to the fact that I work 2 jobs. I actually just left my second job, which is a morning job, making a little less money, but it'll be okay because I'm actually going to try to start singing and playing guitar at a couple bars around town because I work in a... Hello, Gus. You're so fat. You're going to want to sit on me. But yeah, I live in a resort town that has a lot of, opportunities for me to do stuff like that. And I know a lot of people in the scene already. So I understand when YouTubers go through that whole spiel of, wow, now that this whole intro is over, let me get to the video. When you're talking to a camera, you just realize how much is going on and how much you need to explain, like how much of a backstory there is that you need to explain. Gus, are you gonna come? Or are you gonna, excuse the paint on me, if you can see it. I just painted some paintings, so that's what I'm doing with my extra time. So, today, I was reading something online, and it was one of those Facebook posts, just one of them. And it was talking about depression and chemical imbalances, and where depression comes from, and, just people arguing back and forth about, you don't understand what it is, blah, blah, blah. And then I read a comment that said, 0% proof of chemical imbalance. And I'm not going to get you wrong, I've been out of college for a year, and I've been out of high school for 3, which is kind of mind-blowing. And there's some things that I don't know. I don't remember either learning in high school, knowledge has changed that I just don't know yet, and so I'm really not afraid to admit that I don't know some things. And when I was in high school, I claimed that I had a chemical imbalance because I had depression, because that's what I knew to be true. So of course when I saw someone saying there's 0% proof, my mind's like, what, let me Google this. So I start doing my Google research, the best that I can do, the only thing I have available to me, and I was finding that more of the information I found was actually against this notion of a chemical imbalance. And I was going to have sources up, but I'll just link them below if you guys want to check it out and try to just, sum up the information, paraphrase what I had learned. And basically, there are no brain scans, no lab tests that can be done to find out that you have a chemical imbalance that causes your depression or your anxiety or your other mental illnesses. And that was kind of mind-blowing to me when I honestly first read it, because that's what I based all of my knowledge off of for a while. I always believed that people who had depression or anxiety or what have you had either lower or higher levels of certain chemicals in the brain, and that's what caused these mental illnesses. And it actually wasn't until recently, maybe over like the last year or so, that I started realizing that a lot more people are this version of depressed that kind of resonates with a huge group of people. Not just the people, the people that are depressed that can't get out of bed every day, that are suffering from, maybe extreme situational depression when, they've had a loss of a family member or something. I don't want to group that into the same category, but I just mean this like overall level of depression that society has that kind of just stems from, the pressure of living, the pressure of a shitty economy, maybe a president that you don't agree with, just a political standoff point right now. Everything that's going on right now in our world, it can cause that sort of depression, that state of just sadness, of not knowing why there's these feelings of guilt and negative emotion in you, but they're mounting. And I've recently felt that, a lot of my personal negative emotion has stemmed from the outside world. I don't want to say I'm not taking risk. Like, I take full responsibility for that, even though it took me a lot of trial and error to figure out where this sadness was coming from. I was diagnosed bipolar at one point. Do I think that I'm actually bipolar? No, I don't. For a while I did, and sometimes I'll even joke with myself and say I'm a bipolar mess. I have my ups and downs, but I also think that everybody has their ups and downs. Me, I'm someone that just has an extreme range of ups and downs. I go from crying at the YouTube video in 1 second to cracking up in the next. I have this huge set of emotions, and they can be clicked off at any point. And before I went on medicine, which I'm not on anymore, and I'll explain that in a different video, I was just really sad. I would say I was what you'd say depressed. I was in college at the time. I didn't want to go to classes. I was in a relationship that I guess I just I was unsure of, and so that was causing me anxiety. And there's a lot of different factors in my life that could have amounted to it, but you could have taken anyone else from a different family who had the exact same problems, and if they had a different mindset, they might have been handling it in a different way and handling it better than I was, basically. And I think that the reason a lot of people are so depressed now is because we are not equipped with, tools and ideas to cope with the negative stressors that amount in this world. Never in school do you really even learn about what it's like to deal with depression and anxiety and how to get help for those types of things and what you can do. Just until recently, I just started painting because I realized, hey, if I'm anxious or I'm upset about something, I can pick up a paintbrush and put on Bob Ross, and I can just zone out. And it doesn't matter if, I have 2 doubles tomorrow or the next day. It doesn't matter if I have a car payment due and blah, blah, blah. All these stupid anxieties that kind of just pop up in my head that cause me to get a little shaky during the day and kind of just flip me off from who I really am. All these negative stressors that come into our lives, we need to learn how to cope with them. And I'm not saying by any means that I know how yet. I'm slowly taking steps to learn. I still have my moments of freakouts, but I can definitely say I'm not depressed anymore. And it's weird because I'd still say, I still have that feeling of having a chemical imbalance, though. And so I'd still put myself on that mental illness spectrum. It still puts myself on that spectrum that I entirely believe is just kind of not made up, not at all, but wholly based off of really large, definitions and symptoms and subsections that people get placed into. And I just think that if you looked at the symptoms long enough, you can put yourself into one of those. Any single person watching this video, if you went to WebMD or some better psychiatrist website, and typed in some feelings that you've had, some negative emotions or anything, you can find that you might rank on a general anxiety disorder or anything. And if we as a society are having these in large numbers, which we are, because something that in the future I want to work in is suicide prevention, and talking with people that are going through that, because I know what that's like, and I also know what it's like to come out from that. And which, if any of you are suffering from that, whoever you are, please message me. I feel you, and I want to talk to you, so message me. But, you know, if those are happening in such large numbers to the point where it's like the number 2 cause of death among teenagers or young adults, like, that is, it doesn't make any sense to me. I can't fathom it. I can, because I understand, but at the same time, I don't want to understand that. Like, I've come back from that, and that doesn't mean that I don't, like, you know, when you've had those thoughts, they don't just go away forever. Like, you know what it's like to just get that blip of a thought, but when you've also come back from those thoughts, you know what it's like to just want those people to, you know, not those people, but just want everyone to thrive and everyone to live and everyone to get the most out of life that they can, because we only have this one life. You understand that when you've, like, you know, you've gone through that whole process of switching over, and all you could want is for anybody to, like, appreciate life and appreciate for what it is. I'm rambling at this point. You know, mental illnesses are so abstract and such a higher level of, like, understanding that sometimes we don't even have words to explain what's going on yet. So the general public needs to have a way of understanding what's going on. So basically, chemical imbalance is just 2 words that kind of sound a little scientific that help us better understand what might be going on in a person's head. You know, like, okay, well, you have normal balance of chemicals, but theirs is just not so balanced. You know, it makes more sense for the general public. But when you really start delving down into it, you don't want to get so stuck on that idea of just a chemical imbalance, because I think that's what gets people hooked on the idea that they need medicine to get off of the chemical imbalance or to fix it. What was it saying? Okay, so my camera just kind of, like, turned off for some reason. I think the video is too long, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I think I've said enough, honestly. I'm really, really excited because now I'm gonna have more time to be on here and be making more videos, and this is the direction that I really want my channel to go. I'm obviously gonna have a little, maybe better setup. I was feeling a little lazy tonight. I just cleaned up from my painting, and I was like, maybe I wasn't feeling lazy, actually. I painted and then I shot a YouTube video, so I'm feeling a little manic tonight, and I'm feeling good. So I really hope you enjoyed listening to me rant about mental illnesses. I really, 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 really want to hear your opinions, and please add to the conversation by commenting below. I think it's really cool that I now have a platform to, like, talk to everybody and to put not only my ideas out there, but to, you know, find out other people's, because if people have comments and stuff and they want to send them to me to talk about, like, I want to do that. I think that's the coolest thing, you know, when other people get a chance to use their voice, to let other people use their voice. Like, that's, like, the chain reaction that I want in life. Everyone is a tree, and we are all the roots, and yeah. I sound like a hippy-dippy, but that's okay. If you haven't already, and you actually did like the video, you should. If you didn't like it, please don't. I mean, you don't have to dislike it, though. You could just pass on by. Be like, average guy, you know. I'm weird. I'm being weird. I should stop. Subscribe. I think you have to turn on a bell for notifications or something like that. I don't know. YouTube's changed a lot. Apparently people don't even like YouTube anymore, so I'm a little late in the game, but that's alright. It's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do. It was really nice chatting with you guys. I hope you're all having a fabulous night. It's like 9:33, so I hope this isn't like a too late of a night to post this video. Maybe I'll just post it tomorrow. Nope, no, I lied. Tomorrow's Sunday and I have a double, and Monday I have a double, so hopefully I'll just get this up tonight, Saturday, or if not, you'll be seeing this on Tuesday, so either good night or good morning. See you later, guys. It was starting